it's showtime, so feel free to jump on in. Come say what's up, and we'll get started in just a minute. So we had a couple of good weeks. We had a good end to the year. I was going to wait for the end of the Ioka fight, but he ain't going to make my list anyway, so it doesn't matter. I mean, the guy he's fighting is no good, so the fight's really irrelevant. He's not, even if he knocks him out in the first round, Jasper is not going to be, if he knocks Jasper Perez out in the first round, he's still not going to be on my pound for pound list. So what's the point in waiting, right? So we'll get to the release today. We'll get that top 10 out there, and you guys can let me know what you think. We'll get started in just a minute when everyone joins in. And I know there's going to be some surprises on it. Some of y'all is going to be surprised. It's not Terrence Crawford at number one. I will give you that as a little teaser. I know everyone's got Terrence Crawford number one, and we can chop up why he's not number one. We can certainly chop that up for y'all. We'll explain why he's not number one, because he's not number one. But just give it a minute. Give it a minute to get started. We'll let everyone pile on in, and we'll get started in just a couple of minutes. Boxing Bookie is going to bring you the 3D Boxing Blog top 10 pound for pound. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. I may just end this one and just go with the other stream. I know that I have this thing streaming twice. I'm trying to figure something out here. I'm trying to figure something out here. All right, we're gonna get started in just a minute. Let me know where y'all. Let me know where y'all are at. Let me know where y'all are at. Tanahara is definitely number one, Ryan. Absolutely, Tanahara is number one. That's always and forever. Tanahara. Tanahara is pound for pound number one, all time. And there's no question about it. He's the GOAT. Tanahara is the GOAT, even though he ducked that smoke with the Cuban, which in retrospect looks like a really, really good decision to duck Andy Cruz. I was, upset that he did it because I thought he had a real good chance, and Andy Cruz came on. I thought Andy Cruz's performance was just mediocre, his pro debut. His second performance in San Francisco on the pro grade card was absolutely sensational. Are you guys ready to get started? The number 10 pound for pound fighter is Shakur Stevenson. I know his last performance was dreadful. I know a lot of you guys don't like his last performance. It wasn't his best. He is a 3-weight division champion. He is maybe the most skilled guy in the sport. It's why he made the list, right? I could put other guys on it, and we'll get to who didn't make it at the end. But number 10, Shakur Stevenson. Let me go back to it. Number 9, Jermell Charlo. I understand there's going to be hate, and everyone's going to have a problem with Jermell Charlo being on the list. Jermell Charlo is absolutely on the list. We'll see about that, Sal. We'll see where we put it away. Jermell Charlo Look, Jamel Charles got the resume. I think of all the undisputed champions that we had in the last couple of years, I think Charlo had the toughest path to the top 10, to the undisputed. That's why he's on it. He went up 2 weight classes and got destroyed by a guy who's much higher on the list than him. I don't take too much away from him for that loss. It was a terrible loss, and I'm embarrassed by his performance, but that doesn't take away the fact that at his weight class, he's undisputed, and he went through everyone. So Jamel Charlo, number 9. Number 8, Bam Rodriguez. We're staying with the Texans. Bam Rodriguez is definitely number 8. The performance, he's now a 2-weight division world champion. He's won 3 belts. He's got a really good resume for 23 years old. He's got Quadras. He's got Rungvisai. And now he's got a champion in his prime who's the number 2 guy in the weight class, who was number 1 guy in the weight class, in Sonny Edwards. It's really impressive at 23 years old. Bam Rodriguez makes the list at number 8. Number 7, Artur Beterbiev. I think this is going out saying 3 of the 4 belts. He's destroyed everyone in his path. He knocks out, he stops everyone. The only thing he hasn't done yet, and we're going to see, obviously, you would think we're going to see Bivol on this list. Before he gets to Bivol, he does have that fight with Kano Smith coming up a couple of weeks. But 2023, he had just 1 fight against Anthony Yard, not his best year. 2022, he had just 1 win against Joe Smith. 2021 against Marcus Brown and Adam Deniz. He hasn't been active, and that's why I think he could be higher on this list. But unfortunately, he's just number 9. Number 7. Number 6 on the list, the great Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez comes in at number 6. Undisputed at 168 pounds. He's won belts at 175, 160, and 154. So he's got, 4 weight divisions, 54, 60, 68, 75, 4 division world champion. Canelo Alvarez doesn't really need much. He had a good bounce back year in 2023, I think. I don't think 2022 was his best year, but I thought he bounced back nicely in 2023. He's not going to get fighter of the year or anything like that, but I think he solidified himself with the Charlo win. The Ryder fight is what it is. The scores were way too high. I thought 2022 with Bivol and Golovkin was a bad year for him. He bounced back better in 2023, so he's up to number 6 on the list now. We go to number 5, Devin Haney. I don't know if you guys think this is way too high for him, but he's definitely in on the list at number 5. Devin Haney cracks the list. I've had him on the list previously, much, much slower, but that Regis Prograis performance was so sensational. It was so spectacular. He dominated every single minute of that fight in beating Devin Haney, in beating Regis Prograis. He's got to go on that list. He also has an excellent argument for fighter of the year with the Lomachenko one. He's got his 2 best wins this year. There's maybe one other guy you could argue had a better year, and we will see him on the list in just a minute. But let's go to let me update this. Let me update this real quick. Number 9, Jamel Charlo. Let me recap. Number 8, Bam Rodriguez. Number 7, Artur Beterbiev. Number 6, Canelo. Number 5, Devin Haney. Let's update the list there. And let's move now into the top 4. Number 4, Dimitri Bivol. I don't think this is too controversial. Showed why this past Saturday. it was Saturday. In taking apart Lyndon Arthur. Not his best year. Not his most spectacular year. That was last year, where we gave Bam Rodriguez Fighter of the Year. But he's got 2 wins. Just no, he's got only 1 win. I'm sorry. Gilberto Ramirez was 2022. So his only win this year was Lyndon Arthur. Again, not ultra busy, but Dimitri Bivol in at number 4. Let's go to number 3. Alexander Usyk, the heavyweight champion of the world. He's got 3 to 4 belts. Former undisputed cruiserweight champion. Just the 1 win, but a very good win this year over Dubois. It's again inactive. You can see a trend here with inactivity amongst the best fighters in the world. But Alexander Usyk, last year, I believe he was at number 1. This year, he falls to 3. Nothing to do, not his problem necessarily why he fell to number 3. But the number 2 and number 1 spot had sensational years. Number 2 is obviously Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is in at number 2. Really, really good year for him. The 1 fight, destroying Errol Spence, dominating him. So that becomes 35-40. 3-division world champion, 2-division undisputed. He became the first guy to ever do that in the 4-belt era, become 2-division world champion, undisputed world champion, and just a masterclass performance against Errol Spence, absolutely dominating him. Unfortunately, that performance came in the same week as our number 1 fighter, Naoya Inoue. Inoue he'll be our fighter of the year. The 2 wins, going up, beating unified champ Stephen Fulton, beating Stephen Fulton, and then picking up another win here over Tapales. 2 really good fighters, 2 knockouts, 2 stoppages, just a masterclass year. He'll certainly be our fighter of the year, but Inoue takes the top spot. So that's our top 10. Number 10 is Shakur Stevenson. Number 9, Jamel Charlo. Number 8, Bam Rodriguez. Number 7, Artur Beterbiev. Number 6, Canelo. Number 5, Devin Haney. Number 4, Dimitri Bivol. Number 3, Alexander Usyk. Number 2, Terrence Crawford. Number 1, Naoya Inoue takes the top spot. And so let's get into the guys who aren't on the list. And Tyson Fury's not on the list because he lost to a wrestler, or almost lost to a wrestler, and he's only got 1 division, and he's only won 1 belt in that division. I know years ago, in 2015, he won, but recently, so that's why he's not on the list. Tank Davis is not on the list because beating Hector Garcia and Ryan Garcia doesn't make you pound for pound. Neither does beating my boy Barrios. If beating Barrios makes you pound for pound, then Keith Thurman would be on the list, and he's not. So no shade at Tank Davis, but he just doesn't have the names on his belt. I don't know if there's anyone else you guys think should be on the list. Juan Francisco Estrada gets bumped off. I keep Charlo on. Estrada's close, but he didn't fight this year, so he gets bumped off. That would have been 11, 12, and that would have been 11 and 12. Would have been Tank and Estrada. I'm not sure what order I would have put them in, but that's your top 10. And with the first 2 guys out being Tank Davis and Estrada, I don't know if there's anyone else you guys think should be on the list. Is there anyone else you guys think should be on the list? Who would you put on your pound for pound list? Anyone of note? So again, just to recap, the pound for pound list: number 10, Shakur Stevenson; number 9, Jamel Charlo; number 8, Bam Rodriguez; number 7, Artur Beterbiev; number 6, Canelo Alvarez; number 5, Devin Haney; number 4, Dimitri Bivol; number 3, Alexander Usyk; number 2, Terrence Crawford; and the number 1 pound for pound fighter in the world is Naoya Inoue. He will also be our fighter of the year. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow the Boxing Bookie in all forms of social media. We just dropped a video. I can't even remember what did we just do the video on? Wow, my brain doesn't work. Which video did we just drop? Oh, Kaz Ioka. The Kaz Ioka fight. We just dropped Kaz Ioka. So let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow the Boxing Bookie. We did a Kaz Ioka and Jasper Perez was the one we just dropped. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. I appreciate your time. I'm going to go back to watching the Jets get blown out by the Cleveland Browns on Amazon Prime Thursday Night Football. All right, appreciate you guys. Don't forget to comment. Please like, share, and subscribe. We're gonna have a lot of new stuff coming up. The rest in the early part of 2024. From Texas to the world. Thank you and God bless.